For over a year, they were untouchable. Every television appearance, every stadium performance, and every award show spotlighted them as the new icons of pop. The duo captivated millions, topping charts and selling millions of albums. Their style was distinct. Their moves were synchronized. Their voices, clean, flawless, powerful, never missed a note. But the truth behind their rise was never about vocal skill. It was about illusion, and the illusion held until one microphone exposed it all. Milli Vanilli was created as a visual front. Rob Pilatus and Fab Morvan were chosen for their look and charisma, not their musical ability. The real vocals on their recordings were performed by studio professionals. Charles Shaw, John Davis, and Brad Howell. Behind closed doors, producer Frank Farian orchestrated the entire deception. He signed Rob and Fab to a deal, making it clear they wouldn't sing but would become the face of the group. Contracts were signed, and from that moment, every public performance was staged around keeping the truth hidden. The operation was tightly controlled. During live shows, Rob and Fab were given microphones that were often turned off. The real vocals came from pre-recorded tracks played by sound engineers behind the scenes. They learned to lip-sync perfectly. Choreography was strict. Timing was crucial. Press interactions were rehearsed. The illusion required complete coordination between what the public saw and what they were never supposed to hear. The breakthrough hit, "Girl, You Know It's True," became the group's anthem. It climbed the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for weeks. The group's debut album sold millions. They won a Grammy Award for Best New Artist in 1990. They were performing around the world. But every step of the way, the same secret hung in the background. Not a single note had been sung by the men on stage. Then came the moment that changed everything. In July 1989, during a performance for MTV at Lake Compound's theme park in Bristol, Connecticut, the unexpected happened. As they performed "Girl, You Know It's True," the backing track began to skip. Over the speakers, the phrase "Girl, You Know It's Girl, You Know It's Girl, You Know It's True" repeated uncontrollably. Rob froze, visibly panicked. Fab turned toward the wings. Rob eventually ran off stage. The crowd was confused. The crew tried to fix the playback. But the moment had already revealed what no one was supposed to know. Their microphones were not live. And they weren't singing. The incident was dismissed publicly at the time as a technical glitch. But it planted seeds of suspicion. Soon after, Charles Shaw, one of the real singers, began to talk. He confirmed that Rob and Fab had never sung on the records. Producer Frank Farian initially denied the claims, but mounting pressure made the deception harder to contain. In November 1990, Farian admitted the truth. The scandal broke across global media. The Grammy Award was revoked. The first time in history the Recording Academy had ever taken such action. Lawsuits followed. Fans who had purchased albums sued for refunds. The duo became the target of ridicule. What had once been a chart-topping sensation collapsed overnight. Behind the headlines, the fallout was even more severe. Rob and Fab attempted to relaunch their careers, this time using their real voices, but the industry and public were not willing to forget. They were labeled frauds. They had become the face of a system that commodified image over authenticity. The single microphone failure that afternoon in 1989 did more than cause a skipped track. It exposed an entire structure built on deception. For months, no one had questioned the consistency of their performances. No one had wondered why their vocals never changed. But once that playback looped, everything unraveled. What happened with Milli Vanilli changed the conversation about live performance, image, and industry ethics. The story has since become a case study in how far production companies can go in crafting a musical act that isn't what it seems. It also exposed the lengths the industry will take to preserve an illusion. Until something, as small as a single microphone, reveals the truth.